Hey guys, welcome to the show. In this episode we're taking a look at a movie that, simply put, I adore. Some people say that it's just cheesy nonsense with some special effects thrown in there, but at the right moment, I say, what the hell's wrong with that? Anyway, coming out in 1997, directed by Paul Verhoeven, this is Starship Troopers. So right away, I'm not saying that this is the greatest movie in the world or anything like that, but it is special. And with that said, it begs the question, what is it about Starship Troopers that does make it stand out from the crowd unlike its nasty sequels? Is it the good acting?
The first words and the last words out of your stinking hose will be sir! Do you get me?
Is it the bad acting?
Here's a bunch of MI kids that look like they could eat bugs for lunch.
Yum, yum, yum.
Is it the special effects or the design of the alien creatures?
I can't tell. You can tell me, I'm a doctor.
But seriously, let's start with the basic story. In the future, Earth is at war with these alien bug things called arachnids, and we send in our Starship Troopers to wipe them out.
No good, Rico!
It's a simple formula, but it's how we get from A to B that I like. But we'll cover that as we go along.
Thank you.
So what's the cast like? Well, being set in a futuristic utopian Earth means that every day looks like they've just come off a modelling job. There's our lead, Casper Van Dien, who plays Johnny Rico.
Come on, you apes! You wanna live forever!
We've got Dina Meyer, Neil Patrick Harris, Jake Busey, and Michael Ironside. Wait, I thought you said every day looked like a model?
I lied.
Let's also not be forgetting about Denise Richards, who, at this point in her career, has successfully ridden an animatronic T-Rex.
You see it, Sheriff?
Yeah, I see it.
Go Tammy.
Damn, that girl can cry.
So some people say, or most people say, that the acting here is something like you'd get for an American teen drama from the mid-90s, and while that is true,
Let's make a vow.
I kinda like it.
No matter what, we'll always be friends.
By being so cheesy and dramatic, it allows for more enjoyable, over-the-top or silly dialogue delivery that just puts a smile on your face.
They sucked his brains out.
But don't get me wrong, it's not that one or two performances are bad and feel out of place here. The whole production is on the same level. It's in that so bad it's good zone, even though the movie's nowhere near bad. It's beautiful.
Sunsets are beautiful. Newborn babies are beautiful. This is fucking spectacular.
You ever watch a movie that you really like and then you go back and watch it again, and while you still enjoy it, you realise that there's maybe a scene or two that's boring or just doesn't hold your attention as much as the rest of the movie does?
Sometimes, I mean...
Well, not in Starship Troopers. Honestly, I think every single scene is entertaining here.
Have fun! That's an order!
So the first half of the movie is all about our quote-unquote young heroes joining up with the Federation, and I say quote-unquote young heroes because they're supposed to be in high school, but look, they're all clearly in their mid-20s. I actually looked into this, and at the time of filming, give or take a month or two,
You're too old, fat man.
it doesn't ruin the movie or anything like that. I just found it weird that they're in high school and not college, maybe.
Love college. I love it.
I know the movie was based on a novel and they were probably trying to stick to the source material as much as possible, but why not just have them at college instead?
I don't know.
I mean, seriously, are we really to believe that Xander's in high school?
This is Xander.
You're too old, fat man.
All jokes aside, I actually love the cast here. Despite the age issues, they play their parts really well, and yes, the writer's only going to win any sort of awards for coming up with the most original characters of all time, but they do have that sort of quirkiness about them that you generally get from characters from a Paul Verhoeven movie, and that's what gives them that little bit of individuality that you'll remember.
Everybody should have a friend like me.
And you do grow attached to the characters. Well, maybe except for Carmen, played by Denise Richards.
Well, maybe I'll see you at the academy.
She can go straight to hell as far as I'm concerned.
Kidhead, go with my father.
I hated her in this.
Should I call you sir?
The character, Carmen, not the actor. You can't hate Denise Richards after you've watched Tammy and the T-Rex. You just can't.
I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. I did all I could.
Classy stuff. Sorry. So the first half of the movie is us getting to know the characters and their motivations as they join the army, do a particularly awesome training sequence, and then get sent out to war.
Hey, go to war!
This is when shit kicks off big time and we start to get the big action scenes.
War. It's fantastic.
And while some of the computer generated effects might not be too great now, there's still enough practical effects in there for this to not be a problem. It's quite gory as well. Yes. I mean, it's a war, so there's going to be some casualties, and I don't think the movie holds back in this department. Again, it's a Paul Verhoeven movie. Look what happened to poor Murphy. Another thing that I like here is that they don't just stick to battles at night time where you might not be able to make out any of the details because it's so dark. No, here we get battles during the day. Out in the open where you get to see or feel like you're right in amongst the team as they fight their way through the hordes of arachnids. Great name for a band. Hordes of arachnids. But surely it's not going to beat Pleading with Ethan from a previous episode. Anybody remember that? No?
Okay then.
Anyway, moving on. Probably my favourite part of the movie is when the team are about to be dropped onto enemy territory. There's just something about the way this scene is done that gets the hair standing up in the back of my neck. Every time. Maybe it's the music that does it, or maybe it's that look that Dizzy gives Rico, or maybe it's that wee thumbs up. I don't know. I just love this scene. Call it an ultra cheesy movie, but I think it speaks volumes for the writing when you know what a characters may be thinking in a situation without them actually saying anything. And when they do begin to drop, it's a great moment because, highly trained soldier or not, you'd need to have nerves of steel to deal with this shit. And they do. Kinda. Dizzy, that so far hasn't been afraid of anything, starts to lose it, while Rico's trying his best to hold it together. Then there's Shujimi. Shujimi shows the other side of the emotional coin by basking in the adrenaline rush and getting pumped up for landing. And I think at this point it's important to mention that this movie can and will be interpreted in different ways, like whether you think violence is the answer to your conflict or not.
Force, my friends, is violence, the supreme authority from which all other authority is derived.
It can also make you think about if certain political views or tactics are right or wrong, and these are delivered through in-movie advertisements, which are pretty cool.
Sky Marshal Tahat Maru outlines her new strategy.
You could quite easily lose yourself down the rabbit hole here with all the subtext or undertones that you could read into. There's even the theory that the bugs are actually the good guys, but for me, I'm not looking that deep into it.
Laughter is best, isn't it?
So let's wrap this bad boy up. Starship Troopers is an exciting and enjoyable adventure about a group of high school kids as they rise through the ranks in the military and eventually do battle with a load of alien bugs. It's fast paced, doesn't hold back when it comes to the gore, and this is all delivered by a cast who generally wouldn't look out of place in Dawson's Creek.
You actually watched that show?
If you want an enjoyable war movie with cool weapons, aliens and futuristic visions, check out Starship Troopers. You won't be disappointed. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching guys. Take care, and remember,
Anything happens to my daughter, I got a 45 and a shovel. I doubt anybody would miss you.
Bye, Daddy.
here we go again. Hey guys, welcome to the show. In this episode we're taking a look at a movie that, simply put, You little bastard! Anyway, coming out in 1997, directed by Paul Verhoeven, this is Starship. Shut up, dog! Boss, it's as if my house is a hotspot for cars. It's a hotspot for vehicular activity. What is it about Starship Troopers that makes it stand out from the crowd, unlike its nasty sequels? Is it the good acting? Is it the car outside? Is it the bus? Welcome to the bus necks. Who? What is it about Starship Troopers that makes it stand out from the crowd, unlike its nasty sequels? Sequels. Ran out of f***ing air. Cohagen, give me air. Is it the bad acting? Is it the car? Is it the dog? Your Kavari's a joke! Well, being set in a futuristic utopian Earth means that there's a car outside. You maybe realise that it's got a scene or two that's boring, or maybe just doesn't hold your attention as much. That gets the hair standing up in the back of my neck every single time I see it. Not to mention the fact you're talking to a dead guy. There's just something about the way this is done that gets the hair standing up in back. Listen to this. Need I say more?